What's up, everybody? I'm Matt. This is James. Welcome back to the Popcorn Hour. Today, we're discussing something different.
Yeah, we haven't really done like a full episode dedicated to a TV show,
Yeah, no.
but this is our first. We're probably gonna do one on The Boys
Yeah.
because The Boys is on episode 4.
hmm
So we have 4 more weeks until then, and then 2 more weeks until Daredevil is done.
Yeah.
So we'll probably do an episode on Daredevil and The Boys
hmm
separate. But yeah,
But
this is
today,
we're doing title card Invincible.
yeah. It took. When did this show start?
Like 2020, I think.
Okay, so it took me almost 6 years to watch this show.
Are you aware that they did a show previously?
No.
So Amazon, I think it was Amazon, they did like a motion comic show
Oh.
where it was basically just the comic on the screen, but they like wiggled a little bit. And then they had voice actors.
Oh.
But now it's like part of like lost media and like no one can like find it anymore.
Interesting.
But-
Okay. Well, it took me 6 years to watch Invincible, and I finally watched all of it. I binged it all in a week, and so yeah. But before we get into that, what have you watched?
So since we've last filmed, I've watched Invincible.
Mhm.
I've watched The Boys.
Mhm.
I haven't watched Daredevil.
Okay.
I'm still behind on Daredevil, but I watched this short called Report by Bruce Conner. It's like an experimental short film about the assassination of JFK.
Ooh, nice.
It was really cool. I also caved in and I canceled my pro membership for Letterboxd and I bought the pro. Or no, I canceled the pro and I bought the Patreon. And this one has a really cool poster for it.
Oh, okay. That's cool.
I'll show it on your camera.
I have
It'll
seen
be
that.
visible. I don't know how visible that was. But it was cool. It was really trippy. I don't know if you should watch it, actually. There's like, I think it's like 13 minutes.
Mhm.
And there's like a 3-minute section where it's just flashing lights, like black and white.
I can't do those.
And like, it gave me a headache and I kind of had to like look away for a second and just kind of glance over when it was done. But that section was cool. Then I watched Mulholland Drive. That was really good. It's incredible. I don't have much to say after that. And then I watched Stay. This movie like thrived in certain sections, like the editing, the soundtrack / score, visual effects. But everything in general is just, it's not great.
Mhm.
It was like they tried really hard to be the Jake Gyllenhaal version of Donnie Darko.
Oh, okay.
And like the Sixth Sense and stuff. It was weird. Parts of it were enjoyable, except for the fact every other shot was a Dutch angle shot, and it like drove me insane.
Really?
Because
I thought you liked those.
that's like my favorite shot.
Yeah.
But this movie really kind of took it out of me. Like every other shot was, and not like each scene probably had at least 30 Dutch angle shots. Like it was excessive. And then I watched Gomo. Weird movie. If you like cats, don't watch it. Like you see several cats die.
You like cats?
Yeah, it's like these teenagers that live in this like really rundown like trailer trash type of place in Ohio, and just like their living experience. It was an enjoyable movie though, I will say. I liked it. Give it a 3. But it was definitely something.
Okay.
And then my top 4. We're gonna start doing this thing where we say what our new top 4 is. I base my top 4 off of like the movies I've been thinking about, and so I put Federico Fellini's 8.5, The Fabelmans, The Disaster Artist, and Tropic Thunder. Just all movies about filmmaking.
Mm-hmm.
And I've also just really been messing around with changing custom posters on Letterboxd. Yeah. I've changed every single poster in every movie I've reviewed.
Okay.
So that's took me like 2 days to do like 299 posters.
Jeez.
Yeah.
You have plenty of time on your hands.
Yeah.
A little too much time.
Anytime I had like a few minutes, I'd be like, all right, gotta change a few posters.
Oh, okay. All right, so I watched a lot of wrestling.
Oh, yeah, there was like 4 days of wrestling, right?
Yeah, WrestleMania was this past weekend. So, for those that are not wrestling fans, it is 4 days. For WrestleMania weekend these days, it's 4 days of wrestling. It's Friday night SmackDown. Then you have WrestleMania night 1, WrestleMania night 2, and then the Raw after WrestleMania. And then just to kind of get the feel for WrestleMania, I will say night 1 was very mediocre. Night 2 was actually really good. Brock Lesnar left his gloves and his boots in the ring, so he's seemingly retired, which I don't think he is. I think he'll retire in August at SummerSlam. But so I didn't think it was that great. So I've been watching a lot of older WrestleManias that I thought were fantastic. So I watched maybe like 3 or 4 other WrestleManias. And then sticking with the wrestling stuff, I watched this new documentary that just came out. It's called The Heartbreak Kid Becoming Shawn Michaels. It's a documentary about the Heartbreak Kid, Shawn Michaels.
Yeah, when I went on Letterboxd the other day, I was like, "Oh, you watched The Heartbreak Kid?"
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Wait, no, what is this?" And I like scroll through that.
He was the Heartbreak Kid before Ben
Ben
Stiller
Stiller
was the Heartbreak Kid. Yeah, so I watched that. It was a very, very good documentary. And then I watched another documentary that just came out called Hulk Hogan, Real American. It's a 4-part documentary series. It was very interesting because they sat him down and talked with him and stuff like that, and he kind of hashed out a lot of stuff that happened throughout his life, starting from childhood all the way up until his last WWE appearance, I believe it was a couple months before he died. It was on the Netflix premiere of Monday Night Raw. He came out to a wave of just boos. He got booed out of the building. It was crazy. But they did this documentary. They sat him down, interviewed him, and stuff like that. And then on the last episode, a couple minutes before the end, he was like, "All right, we're done here for now, or whatever." And the interviewer was like, "Yeah, I think we have a good start. We'll, if we need anything, we'll reconvene in a couple months and stuff like that." And then it faded to black, and then it was like 3 months later he passed away. So, and then it just kind of went into how other people reacted to his death and things like that. But it was a fairly good documentary, and there were some things that I feel like it was kind of misconstrued or kind of didn't fully tell the truth. But I mean, it is what it is. I watched Aragon. It's a really bad movie. I've heard the books are really good, but the movie it's not good at all. And then I watched a new movie with Mark Wahlberg and Paul Walter Hauser, Balls Up.
Yeah. How was that?
It was a very stupid movie. Like, it wasn't great, but it was funny.
Yeah.
It was really funny. I was surprised. It was very inappropriate, actually. But there was just one scene. It was just so, like, it made me gag. I'll just say that.
Okay.
It was gross. It was really gross. It wasn't like real, like, it was just gross. I'll leave it at that. Yeah. It was bad. But overall, I think it was like I enjoyed it, but I don't think it was a great movie at all. But it was funny. I like Paul Walter Hauser, and then Mark Wahlberg is always pretty funny. So, yeah. Then watch The Boys, Invincible, and Daredevil. I did not like episode 5 of Daredevil. That was very boring. Episode 6 is really good, though. It's really, really good, and I'm excited to see the next 2 episodes.
Yeah, I'm really behind. I'm gonna try to catch up tonight.
Yeah, what are you on, like 2, 3?
Yeah, okay. I don't know what I'm gonna. I might watch Videodrome tonight. Make that my 300th. Or Doctor Strangelove.
Okay.
Watch one of those. That'll be my 300th, and then I'll catch up on Daredevil.
Okay.
But, okay, so this is your first time watching Invincible. All of it. Thoughts on all of it, I guess.
Okay. So I've said multiple times that you've tried to get me to watch it.
Yeah.
That I could never get past the first episode. Majority of the first episode was very boring. And I could not get into it. At first, I did not like the animation style.
Yeah, I never really noticed how weird it was until the later seasons.
Yeah.
And then you like look back on it, you're like, there's some like weird stuff about the first season animation, but there's some really high highs.
Yeah, I just feel like I'm old school when it comes to animation. Like I like the 2-dimensional, like Batman the Animated Series, Batman Beyond. Like
yeah, they kind of went away from the 3D stuff.
Yeah,
they only use it for like when they have the time to do it.
But yeah, so I thought the animation style was off for me at first. Obviously, I got used to it, and then I think this last time that I actually sat down and watched it, I picked it up from the last point I stopped at, where I was like, I can't. And that was literally 5 minutes before the end of the first episode, where
Omni-Man just kills everyone.
Yeah,
it's really weird when he does it in the comic, because I've read like half of Compendium 1, and it's not till like 8 issues in, like it's a while.
Oh, okay.
And you don't even like hear of the Guardians.
Oh.
You don't hear about them really until all of a sudden they get called in, and they all get killed in like one panel.
Oh, okay.
And then the Immortal, you don't see who does it, and the Immortal says, I always hated you, and then the next page you flip it, and Omni-Man just cuts off his head and says, and then you see it's him, and it says feelings mutual, and that's how the issue ends for that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, once I got to that end of that first episode, I was like, okay, let me see where this goes and stuff like that. And then,
so did you also think that he was like brainwashed or something?
Yeah, I thought he was somebody who had taken over his mind or whatever, and it was going to be resolved by the end of the first season. And then, because the way I see it is, I thought Omni-Man was like a big part of this show altogether, and he's not.
Yeah, he kind of and this season he's had a lot more screen time in season 4. But I think Omni-Man's my favorite character.
Really?
Yeah, I really like Nolan's character.
Okay. Yeah,
I do know what happens to him. I know it's going to happen next season. And they started setting it up, and it's kind of obvious with him and Debbie.
Oh, yeah.
I do know that it's kind of obvious that they get back together. But I think that'll be an interesting arc.
Yeah, I do know that we're at the halfway point from the comics, and then we're getting 7 to 9 total seasons. And I did look up how the comic ends. So I just wanted to see like what everybody looked like really, and then I kind of went down a rabbit hole and looked. But I don't care about being spoiled on anything. So it really doesn't bother me. It's more so like if something happens in a show, and then I look up what happens later on in the show, I'm like, okay, it's the how we get there that I care about. If I know that like, oh, somebody is dying on this episode, that's kind of how far I'll take it, but I still get to enjoy how we get there. So it isn't really spoiled much for me. So I'm excited to see where this goes now. But what did you think about season 4?
I thought it kind of this felt so quick. Like I feel like they just released the first episode like last week. The first half is very different from the second half. Of the season. It is very, very different. But the first half, I liked it. But then after watching the second half, the first half is just like I do think episode 2, it's one of, if not my favorite episodes
Episode 2? Okay.
That's when episode 2 and 7 are my favorite 2 episodes. 2 was the episode where Nolan tells the whole story of like the Scourge virus and like what happened on Viltrum.
I did not like that episode.
I really like that episode.
I don't care for those types of episodes where we backtrack so much and stay on like the past for an entire episode. I'm okay if you do it like you open with it, maybe 5 minutes, and then you kind of go to the modern stuff, talk with a bunch of different characters, stuff like that, and then if there's a commercial break or next scene, you go back to it and kind of flip back and forth. I'm okay if that's like an episode, but if it's the entire episode, I don't like it. So I did not like that episode. I did like the story itself, but I wasn't a fan of that one. I thought season 4 was boring up until like episode 5, like the second half of episode 5. 5, 6, 7, and 8 were
episode 7 was really crazy. Yes. Like I've been like randomly, I was like, oh my god, they blew up Viltrum. Like that. Wow.
I was not expecting that at all.
What about Conquest?
That was
pulling out.
Conquest is one of my favorite characters.
Yeah.
I think his brutality is amazing.
Well, I guess you're not really on. Have you been seeing like Invincible reels?
Not really, no.
There's like a big thing. I think I'm
gonna start to. My algorithm is starting to change, but
there's you don't even know about like the Invincible brain rot.
No.
There's like there's a lot from season 1, like are you sure? Like when he's like, I guess who's finally getting his powers? Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you sure? And they just keep. Are you sure? Like over are you sure? Everything, and then like when in the finale of season 1 where he's like, we can finally be who we're meant to be. They change it to we can finally be bees. And that's
so dumb.
Or like season 2 when he finds Nolan on the Thraxa. And he's like, Mark, I made a mistake, but then I made a steak. Okay. Yeah, there's a lot.
Yeah, I hope that stays off of my stuff because I don't need that.
And everyone was hating on Thrag's voice.
Why?
The Invincible, like people who like the show, they all like hate the show.
I have started to notice that like everybody's complaining about it. Like I saw something, it was the top 4 worst characters in the show, and one of them is Mark, and I'm like, how? But then you'll go down later and then see like they're talking about good things about the show. I'm like, how are you going to say that one of the worst characters of the show is the main character of the show? That kind of tarnishes the entire show, in my opinion. If you say that Mark is one of the worst characters. There are a couple people that I think are the like horrible characters.
Like who? I don't hate the Immortal as much as most people do, but
I don't either. Cecil annoys me sometimes, but like Cecil. I feel like a lot of his stuff is justified.
Do you know who voices Cecil?
Yeah, it's
Walton Goggins.
Yes.
Yeah, do you also think that Donald looks like Bobby from King of the Hill?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm like, is there gonna be a crossover?
I did like that Donald arc in season 2.
Yeah, I did like that too.
That was one thing I feel like we kind of missed out on this season. Is each season there's like a couple characters that have like a story arc, and this one it was Nolan, but it didn't feel this. This feels like the setup to his arc. But the only thing I don't like when they do that is then they just kind of push off other characters. So like we haven't really seen a lot of Robot in a while. We didn't really see him at all this season, or like anyone. No,
because it was a Robot and Monster Girl went to the Thraxan world, and then they just kind of not necessarily forgot about, but we'll hopefully see them again at some point.
I liked Shapesmith's like little story arc.
Why does it feel? Because he kind of has like, yes, he's a Martian, but he mostly uses his powers as like Plastic Man or Elongated Man, and like all those characters, both all those types of characters that are like that have the same personality.
Yeah.
Like kind of dumb, but
Like just
like the
OP.
comic relief kind of thing. I don't know why that is. Like why does it have to be like a stretchy person has that type of every single time?
I do know, I'm pretty sure in the comic, I don't know if it's in Compendium 2, but I know that Bulletproof gets a little arc.
Mm-hmm.
I always thought his character was cool.
Yeah,
He just kind of has Mark's powers, just on a lighter scale. But like we don't really see him, or we don't really see Black Samson that much.
mm-mm.
Duplicate and the Immortal have just been gone.
Yeah. The stuff with Duplicate was crazy.
I thought Powerplex was supposed to return at some point in this season. I know that Aaron Paul is not voicing him,
Oh.
but
Hmm.
I don't know what happened with that. I know that he doesn't really have much of a story after last season,
Mm-hmm.
but
Another character that I did not like was Angstrom Levy. I found him very annoying. But then I found out who
Angstrom
voices him, and because I immediately knew who the voice was, and Sterling K. Brown, and he was in Supernatural, and I hated him in that show too. They kind of had similar personalities and like drives, where it was like they think they're doing a good job,
mm,
and they think what they're doing is right, but they go about it the wrong way, and they're really obnoxious about it. And like, there's no saving them or anything like that. But I will say I did enjoy like that arc as well. Like that.
I did like. I don't like Angstrom Levy,
Mhm.
but that's because he's like well written. So I like him because he's well written.
Yeah.
But like he is annoying. What do you think about the Conquest like burial? Like the fact that Nolan gave him a memorial.
I mean, I think it's fine because Nolan is still so set in his Viltrum ways. Like, he's not going to disrespect somebody from his home planet, especially if there's like 50 of them left. Like the way they just threw everybody out after the virus, like that was kind of.
I do think that's insane. Mm-hmm. And like so cool that the ring around Viltrum
is all the dead bodies. Yeah, I thought that was crazy, but I thought it was a good thing that he did that, you know. And then of course I saw a bunch of people that were like, "Oh my gosh, he's coming back!" when they did that little at the end, end credit scene or whatever. I think it's weird that they have end credit scenes out there like every episode.
I like them though.
I do too, but I didn't at first. But they've grown on me. So yeah, I thought it was fine. I liked when I think when I really started to enjoy season 4 was when they were all fighting in space. Conquest demolishes Mark, and they go on that planet, and then
he's just like holding him down.
Yes, and then Nolan and I am
Oliver.
I am blanking on all of these people's names. Nolan and Oliver are stuck, and I like the dynamic of like them. Like, Oliver hates him, and then grows to actually like him, and then calls him dad and things like that. And I thought that was a very good way to show like Nolan's redemption arc that we're gonna most likely. I mean, we kind of saw most of it, but like, I don't think he's fully there yet. I think when once Debbie kind of rolls over and is okay, I think that's when he'll be fine.
I think that was like one of the saddest parts of the season when he goes to meet with what's his name that makes their suits.
Oh yes.
And then he's like, "Oh, whenever I get back, you can make my suit." And then he's just like,
"I make suits for superheroes."
No, and I make suits for heroes. And then that's just silent.
Yeah, he does need a new suit. It bothered me so much seeing him without shoes on. Like, give the man some boots.
Yeah, it did look a little weird.
It was very annoying.
But I think the burial of Conquest that he did, I think that was not just for Conquest. I think that was for him as well,
Mhm.
because he's like, oh, this guy was a monster, but he could have had a second chance, and he still was like valued kind of on Viltrum.
Mhm.
And it was kind of, I feel like Nolan's way of wresting aside his previous ways.
Yeah.
And I thought that was a cool moment that he had. But Thrag and like episode like 6 was
Yeah, and just demolishing everybody in. Man, I like Thrag's character.
yeah.
I think his voice is. I don't understand why people are upset with his voice. Who voices him? I have the
Lee
cast list.
Pace.
Okay, yeah.
He and I think it was episode 7 when like Mark goes to hit him,
Mhm.
and he just doesn't move, and it like flashes red.
Yeah,
I was like, oh wow.
yeah.
And then when Nolan went to like, or I think it was Nolan, like went to punch him, and he just moved an inch backwards. I was like, what? And then when he was like, any Viltrumite death leaves a void in me, and then he like winds back, and it like creates like a vortex.
Yes.
That was.
Yeah, I was very pleased with all the fight scenes in this entire show, and then especially with the Viltrumites. They were also really well done. Like the animation is so good, and it reminded me of a lot of like Dragon Ball Z. Like those fight scenes are like they're very similar. Yeah.
And like when Oliver like goes down to that planet for air,
Mhm.
and then Conquest just is right behind them.
Yeah. I think Oliver's kind of annoying.
I thought he was a lot more annoying last season.
I don't know. I didn't like him at all this season.
I am upset that he did kill the Mauler twins. So I thought they were really funny.
They were funny, but like
them.
I just like I was fine when they died. Especially like having Oliver do it.
Mm-hmm.
That was good. Yeah. That was really good. Because like you don't know where he's gonna go at that point. And I have not read the comics, so I don't know. I'm going in blind on this, so I don't like. A lot of people have read the comics and they know exactly what's going to happen next, and I do not. So that's kind of the stance I'm taking on it. But so I'm excited to see what happens. I thought the season finale was very mild.
I thought it was mild, and they upped the animation in like really weird places.
Mm-hmm.
Like the scene where it's like going around the empty house. I was like, wow, this like looks like a fully different show.
Mm-hmm.
This is so weird that this is like what they did super, super well. People really hate on the animation. I don't know how to feel about it because it's like I would rather every year get Invincible than every year and a half to 2 years and it be slightly better animation. But I feel like that's contradictory. Mm-hmm. Because that's why Marvel movies for a while were pretty garbage because they're pumping them out with horrible filmmaking quality, but we were getting them a year before they should have been released. Yeah. So it's kind of like I'm kind of indifferent.
Yeah, I was indifferent about the animation style up until like I think it was in season 2 when they go to the Comic-Con. And they talk, and they go through this whole thing about how they're talking about the show, and they're talking about the animation style and how things happen, and like, oh, you see all these people, they're not moving, and
they cover their mouth, so it looks like they're talking. And he's like, huh, I never noticed.
And they're explaining that that's the reason why we get seasons so quickly is so that they can cut corners that way on stuff that doesn't really matter, and move on and get us seasons faster. So yeah, I was happy with it. After that, I was happy with it.
That scene in the comic is really funny, because it is slightly weird though where it's placed, like in the story, because like they do the whole like sometimes we'll show a character thinking and it's just the same exact picture across 3 pages. People just don't really notice, and he's like, huh.
Oh, so
and it goes 3 pages.
They do it like it's
like a
comic wise, not.
He's like, man, those like drawings are like seems super time consuming, like those fight scenes.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's like, yeah, people don't realize like how difficult it is or whatever. And then he's at the signing of that, and then he looks up and sees that his dad is fighting that giant like octopus type of monster thing. And then he goes there, and all of a sudden the immortal shows up, and then the whole like, Mark, I need to talk to you about Viltrum. That just happens like immediately after that, and it feels a little awkward.
Oh, okay. I did want to talk.
And their whole fight is only like 13 pages.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Well, that kind of seems
like
based off of what I've read on just different comic books. That seems long. Because I feel like
the compendium.
No, like the 13 pages for a fight scene seems kind of long.
But it's like, remember how in the show it's like 30, 40 minutes of like destroying Chicago.
Yes.
And this, I think they like go through one city, and then he does a speech on the mountain.
Okay.
And that's like it.
Yeah. Well, because like I just got done reading Nightfall, and when
all of it.
Yeah.
What did you think of that?
The first one was really, really good. The Night Quest was kind of bland. John Paul Valley is very kind of a very boring character. But like some of the like the drawings were actually really interesting and stuff like that. And then the third one kind of picked it back up, and I was happy with it. So now I'm reading the Nightwing Compendium that Mikey lent me, but that's why I was like, when Bruce is fighting John Paul, it's only like a couple pages. Like it's not that much. It's not long at all. So when you said 13 pages for a fight scene, I was like, that's a lot. It's a lot.
And then I think him explaining what Viltrum's like true intentions were, I think was like 5 to 10. But where would season 4 rank for you amongst all of them? Like, how would you rank them, least favorite to favorite?
I put that at 3, honestly.
Really?
Maybe I could leave it at 4.
Really?
Because half the season was kind of boring.
So what would you put least favorite to favorite?
Least favorite? Ooh.
I think I'd put 2.
Yeah, 2's pretty forgettable for me.
I put 2 at the bottom. Okay, I don't think season 4 was bad. No, I like season 4. It had really good, especially the last episode. I think all of the it wasn't flashy.
Yeah.
And it was very precise with its intention and like the writing. Because like now Thrag is so much of a more intimidating villain. And all he did the whole episode was stand there and tell Mark their terms and conditions. That's all he did. But like seeing Mark have these like panic attacks of seeing Thrag show up, like really just built on like how like on the edge of his seat he is.
Yeah.
And I thought that was really well done.
Yeah, I would say I probably put 3 at the bottom, and then 4, and then 2, and then 1.
Really?
Yeah.
I would put season 3 probably at number 2. Because like the Powerplex episode I thought was really well done. And then the next episode after that was the Invincible War. And then the next episode was Conquest.
I didn't care for the Invincible War.
Really?
Yeah, I thought all the other Invincibles were really annoying.
I thought that was really cool that like you'd see so many different ones.
Yeah, I mean,
the only one that threw me off was Viltrumite Mark. There's like 2 versions of him that are Viltrumites, but they're both like one of them has a mustache.
One of them has a mustache, one of them doesn't. Yeah.
And it's like one of them he's a trainee, and then the other one he's not. One of them he's a prisoner.
Yeah, I don't think I really cared for the multiverse stuff.
It was a bit of a strange addition. Yeah, but I thought it was pretty cool.
I kept getting confused of like what was happening because.
What about Rex dying?
That I was actually really upset about because he was one of my favorite characters.
I knew his A-Train moment was coming.
Yeah, and so initially when he like got shot in the head, and I was like, oh no, that's not good. And then he heals from it and stuff like that. And then I was
crazy.
like, okay, cool. We'll see him more and stuff like that. And then he dies. I'm like, I was really upset about it because he was really funny and I liked him a lot. And I think his growth as a human or as a person was very good because he was kind of just a douche
Yeah.
at the beginning, and then he kind of got better, and then he got really better, and then became like a good person. So I thought his the changing of his personality was good.
Yeah. I think. What do you think's been the most shocking death? I think Thetis dying was. I didn't see it coming that quick.
Yeah, that one was pretty out of left field for me. I don't know. Honestly, well, she didn't die, but she kind of almost did.
Adam Eve.
Adam Eve.
That one was
Conquest. Like I was shocked.
That was
Yeah, I like my jaw dropped, and I was like, "This is insane!" Like they're just gonna kill her off right when her and Mark are trying to figure things out. That was pretty rough. And then like obviously her powers kind of kicked in overdrive, and she was fine. But especially just like the animation, like her jaw was ripped off, and like her went through her stomach and things like that, and like she was gone.
Yeah.
So I think that was probably the most shocking for me, even though she didn't really die. But yeah, it was.
Yeah, I'd say that one is up there.
Yeah, obvious, and then obviously
Rex was a big one.
Yeah.
Conquest was. I was unsure that he was dead until. Was it 5? Whenever like the burial or whatever. Like I was like right after Mark choked him out, I was like, is he actually dead though? But I have seen a lot of people like saying what Conquest would have been like if he went to Earth, because he probably would have done the same thing as Nolan, because he wasn't really about the Viltrum Empire. He just liked to fight. He's kind of like Battle Beast.
Yeah.
And so he would have probably had like a farm type of life. That's what people kind of are saying. But I think he would have converted. I wonder if any, because I don't know what happens next. I wonder if any of the other ones convert.
Yeah, I mean, we saw
Lucan has he was wearing like a suit in like a major city.
General Craig is just like,
I was gonna say,
I've seen a lot about him.
Who's your favorite like Viltrumite? Because mine's probably Krieg. I like Krieg.
Yes, yeah, I like him a lot, and I like Clancy Brown. Like I think that's a good voice.
He's really good as him and Mr. Krabs. But I do think it's cool how all their names can be subtly switched. So people say Conquest would have been Carl.
Oh. Okay.
Krieg on Earth, they'll just call him Craig.
Yeah.
Lucan, like either Luca or Luke.
Yeah.
Or Lucas. Anissa is probably, I don't even actually know.
Alicia.
Yeah. Or Alyssa. And like Nolan, I'm pretty sure on like Viltrum or like in the comic they say it's pronounced like Nolan. So it's like slightly different, but that, or like I wonder what Thetis would have, probably just Thad.
Yeah.
Or I wonder what Thrag.
Yeah. I don't know.
I wonder what Thrag should be called.
Yeah, I don't know. But
I want to see what he looks like walking around.
Yeah. I didn't realize how many like people.
There's a big names.
Like yeah.
A lot of Walking Dead people.
Yes. Steven Yeun.
I really. I mean, it's cool. It's like a full circle moment. Glenn was killed by Negan by getting his head smashed in, and Mark smashed in Conquest's face.
Yes, which is
and then
Morgan play both. Yeah,
and then he choked him out.
Yeah, yeah. Like Sandra Oh, who plays Debbie. She was on Grey's Anatomy for a while. J.K. Simmons, Walton Goggins,
Mark Hamill,
Ross Marquand. I'm just gonna some of the ones that I was like surprised at.
We met the guy that voices Rudy, or now just Robot, because they got rid of the other robot voice actor because there's two of them.
Ross Marquand.
Yeah.
Zachary Quinto, I was surprised as Robot. Jay Farrow as Bulletproof. I like Jay Farrow.
Yeah, I want to see more Bulletproof. I like him.
Yeah, I do too. Clancy Brown, Seth Rogen.
Yeah, Seth Rogen is Alan. You didn't know that?
No. Well, I mean, I didn't look up the cast until like he came around because I was like, that sounds like Seth Rogen, but like,
you know, it's funny. He's a producer for Invincible and The Boys.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
You know, it's really weird. In the movie Paul, Seth Rogen also voices an alien, and it's really weird to watch that. But also, Simon Pegg, his character wears an Invincible shirt.
Oh, does he?
And yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Like he wears an Invincible shirt.
Yeah.
And when they go to Comic-Con, they point out one of my favorite games that like no one has played. It's called Prototype, but they have like a gameplay thing of that. But also in The Walking Dead, I don't think it's Carl. It might be, but like someone is reading Compendium 2 of Invincible.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's crazy. Peter Cullen as Thetis. I was like, this sounds like Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
And so like when he's given like crazy speeches, I'm like, I'm ready. Just in my head, I'm like, Autobots, roll out.
I'm waiting for Linkin Park to start playing.
Yes.
Something about Sam Witwicky.
Yeah. So there's just like so many people that I was like, this, I would not think that they would be in this show whatsoever.
I have seen that Robert Kirkman really, really wants Bryan Cranston. They're like, we've been trying to get him every season. I think they wanted him to voice Nolan. I think he would. I think he was the original pick, but they've been trying to get him.
Yeah, Bruce Campbell, Mahershala Ali.
Bruce Campbell was Satan. I thought that was really cool.
Yes,
because the whole time I was like, man, I want to watch Evil Dead again.
Yeah, LeVar Burton. Yeah, there's just so many people that I was like, I would not guess that these people would do this type of show whatsoever. But I think everybody's voice so far has been pretty good. Like everybody fits their character very, very well, and I think everybody does a good job. Yeah.
I thought that was really cool to see how much young Nolan looked like Mark.
Yeah,
I really liked young Nolan's voice too. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, I mean, it was in the episode I didn't really care for, so it was kind of like I was confused at first as to what was happening. So I didn't realize it was a flashback. So it kind of threw me off, and then when once he was done fighting his parents, and he was like, when he said Nolan, I was like, oh, that's where we're at.
Did you like where Krieg is, where he's blending in, because he just kind of went like full Sons of Anarchy?
Yes, yeah. I've seen a lot of people be like, how quickly he acclimated, to Earth, and in a very just dramatic way. Biker, already has a girl. He's got an eye patch. You know, like he's going all in. So that was kind of funny. But I was very surprised at the end of season 4, like how it ended. It was just very mild, very like I was expecting another battle.
I was glad that there wasn't like a big finale thing. I liked how episode 7 was like that was the climax for the whole season. Yeah. And it was like a slow burn into the next season, because season 1 had the Omni-Man thing. Season 2 had Angstrom Levy. Season 3 was Conquest, even though the 3 episodes or 2 episodes prior to that were basically also finales. And this is the first one that was like finally like kind of a rest.
Yeah. One thing about the show that I really like is how Mark doesn't keep secrets.
Mhm.
Whereas like
Every
every other superhero, like Arrow and the Flash, are notorious for it, where
That's
they're
like the whole plot of the first like 5 seasons.
yeah, there is just secrets after secrets, and especially if it's like Felicity and Oliver when they're like together and they say no more secrets, and then literally the next scene is Oliver keeping a secret, and I'm like, and it's season 6, and he has not learned his lesson yet. I'm just like, this is really aggravating. And then, but in Invincible, Mark like doesn't hold back. He tells his first girlfriend everything.
Did
Even
you?
though
I didn't like
I
Amber.
liked her.
I don't like Amber.
I did. I thought it was a good fit, especially if she was just so like forgiving about like everything. Especially, I mean, yeah, she was mad when Mark kept the Invincible secret, rightfully so. But that's another thing. I don't understand the whole secret identity to the ones you care about, because the answer is always, if people found out who I was, they would come after my loved ones. So what is that doing if you're just telling somebody that you trust to keep their secret? Obviously, yes, that person the person could get kidnapped and then tell who it actually is. But at that point, like, they should probably already know.
Mm.
So this whole like, I need to keep my secret identity from everybody, including the people that are closest to me, I think is stupid. Always thought it was dumb. And so when she got like mad, she got over it pretty quickly. But I thought when they broke up, I was like, that's kind of sad for Mark, but he'll bounce back. And I honestly expected him to be with Eve from the jump.
So did I.
So I thought that was kind of a given. So when they didn't, I was kind of surprised. But I was like, this isn't going to go that far, because he's going to end up with Eve. That just like I could tell right away. So, but I like how he tells Eve everything.
I do really like how this story like starts with the intention like this is gonna end, and so they really start from an up and coming superhero, like literally putting on pajamas to be a superhero, to like his legacy with his children, and like the full grasp of a story like that. I have been seeing people like hate on Invincible, like the people that watch the show hate on it so much, but then people are like, what if they did this with Spider-Man? Like, did like the full complete story of Spider-Man from like the 60s to the 90s.
Yeah.
Like Invincible. Like if we were to get something like that, it would be, people would lose their minds for it. And so people are like, you need to appreciate that we can get to have a story like this.
Yeah.
Because like that would be crazy.
Yeah, I mean, we could do it with any superhero, and I think it would be a hit. Everybody would watch it.
I think Batman would be the easiest one. Like with money wise.
Yeah, I think. I think the way they tell stories is done really well. What did you think about which suit do you like better?
I hated. No, I don't want to say hated. I didn't like the blue at first. I knew it was
didn't
coming.
like it at all.
I do know. It's been kind of going around. If you invert the color of his suit, of the blue suit, it's white and red, like Omni-Man's.
Yeah.
Even though Omni-Man's suit in the comic is light blue.
Is it?
Yeah, and like this is like become a thing recently where like people didn't really know that, and they're like, oh, I thought it was just like a shading thing, and when you know that it's blue, like there's some shot like this is blue.
Oh yeah,
but like
I mean, yeah,
like you just be like, oh, that's a weird way to shade white. But
yeah,
like
it looks more gray.
Yeah, like that's
blue.
You're like, oh, it's blue.
But like it could be
that one. It's
that's
really blue.
Yeah,
like that one's. Eh.
Yeah,
there's like some.
It's like a darker, or I guess, yeah, I don't know.
Like this one, you could see it's white.
It's space white.
Yeah,
like my
like
car.
your car.
Yeah. Yeah, that is weird. I did not like the blue suit at all. I thought it was very. I think the boots were the part that threw me off.
Yeah, they were really like tall. It felt too much like a uniform.
Yeah, but I also hate his mask. I can't stand the bug goggles.
Really?
Yeah, I hate him. I hate him so much. Like I would prefer him just to wear like a normal mask. Yeah, I can't.
It's like impossible for people to do it like in real life, and it looks good.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people do like what the character or what the voice actors would look like in their character suit. It's like AI, but it's really good AI. It's like them at a like a red carpet event, and they're just like in their costumes, and it looks very very good. And the only one I think is always different is Omni Man is always played by Henry Cavill and not J.K. Simmons. So
when he got casted, they offered it to him like several times, but he was like, "I don't see myself as the character," and he was like, "I know that sounds weird, even though it's animated, so you'll never see me." But he was like, "I just couldn't see myself as Omni Man."
I don't think he could do it. I don't think he could do Omni Man.
When they
watching it, J.K. Simmons is the perfect Omni Man.
Yeah, like he's too old to do it live action.
Yeah, I don't want a live action. I don't want a live action.
They are doing a live action.
Are they?
They announced that they were doing a movie like 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago.
I don't want one.
I've heard nothing. Yeah, because you can't do this whole story in a movie.
No.
Maybe season 1, if that.
Yeah,
it's got to be a long movie though.
Yeah, I don't think it would be a good. There's too much going on.
You'd have to cut out like all the subplots.
Yeah,
you'd have to strictly only do the Viltrumite stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But do you want to do cards and then touch up on the rest of it?
Yeah.
You want to go first? Or you want me?
I'll go first.
All right. So this is our intermission popcorn tomato meter. Pop it. Yeah.
Something. We'll come up with something eventually. We'll probably run out of cards before that happens. Yeah. But
I like not having a name for the segment.
Yeah. A pair of brothers leave Brooklyn for another dimension filled with evolved dinosaurs to rescue someone from its evil ruler.
You took out a lot there.
Yeah, I did.
2 brothers.
Yeah.
Is this live action?
No, it's animated.
It's animated. They go to another dimension?
Yes. And it is not the most recent one.
With dinosaurs.
Yeah, evolved dinosaurs.
What is it? What do you mean by evolved dinosaurs?
It just says evolved dinosaurs.
Like
different types of I don't know. It's not. Don't focus on the dinosaur part, because I don't. That's kind of a bad.
Is it animated?
Yeah. Or no. Well, I guess this one is live action.
So it was.
I think this one was live action. The new one is animated.
What?
Based off a video game. Very popular video game. A sequel just came out.
A sequel just came out.
Yeah. Animated.
That's not Jumanji, but there's no brothers. They're siblings in the original.
Yeah. A video game. Very popular video game. 2 brothers.
Nothing.
They save a princess.
Oh. I see. Okay. Yeah. Super Mario.
Yes. This one is
the evolved dinosaurs really threw me off.
Yeah. Well, I guess Bowser's
like a
dinosaur, I guess. This is from 1993, so it's the live action one. Man.
Was the word plumber on there?
Yeah. A pair of plumbers leave Brooklyn for another dimension filled with evolved dinosaurs to rescue a fair princess from its evil ruler. I don't know. The protagonist.
Okay.
If I give it away, if I say it, it'll definitely give it away. Learns the undead are plotting to take control of the United States, so he takes action to stop them.
I'm trying to think of what the word is, but is it they live?
No. Focus on undead in the United States. A person who loves the United States. decides to take matters into his own hands.
This a comedy?
No. It's not a good movie, though. And it makes no sense whatsoever.
Is this the only thing I'm thinking of? What is it? Is it At World's End? Is that what that one's called? Undead take over the United States.
But it's not zombies. I'll give you.
I Am Legend?
No. It's not zombies.
Are they like conscious?
Yeah, I'd say so.
Have I seen this?
I don't know if you've seen this.
Does everyone know that they're undead, or is it like they're on the down low?
I think they're on the down low. I think I've only seen this movie once, and I did not like it.
Give me some more of the
Vampire. The undead is or vampires.
Is this the Highlander?
No,
they're not really vampires. Vampires
are the antagonists, and there's a protagonist that you would never think that they would ever do this to for a movie, because you do not see this person as being a vampire hunter.
Just the Vin Diesel
movie?
Abraham Lincoln.
Yes.
I see what you mean now.
Yes. Honest Abe learns the undead are plotting to take control of the United States, so he takes action to stop them. Abraham Lincoln, vampire hunter. Yeah, there's no way of getting around that.
Yeah.
Giving good hints. An FBI trainee attempts to track down somebody with the help of a brilliant psychiatrist. I'm going to just leave it at that.
Silence of the Lambs.
Yes. An FBI trainee attempts to track down a serial killer with the help of a brilliant psychiatrist in prison for being a murderous cannibal. So, Super Mario Bros. From 1993, Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Hunter, and Silence of the Lambs.
Silence of the Lambs is number 1. And then Mario is number 2.
No.
Vampire Hunter is number 2. Wow. Silence of the Lambs is 93.
Higher.
99.
96.
96.
95 audience score.
That makes sense. Man, that's a good movie.
Yeah.
That's good.
Clarice. Vampire Hunter.
There's no way it's higher than 50.
It's lower.
Okay. Let's go with 42.
Lower.
32.
34. But a 50 audience score.
Oh, okay.
And Super Mario Bros. From 1993.
20.
Higher.
25.
28.
28.
29 audience score.
Wow.
Yeah. But like that's kind of like, Mortal Kombat from that time, and like all those other ones that just like bad CGI, bad effects, bad, writing, bad everything. Yeah. Everything about it was bad. But it could be called, they could be called classics if you care about them that much.
Yeah, I'd also put my ranking as that's how it's placed.
Yeah.
One of these movies, I am I'm really surprised on the score on these 3. Fresh out of prison, a gentleman thief puts together a daring casino heist, but things get complicated when his crew learns his real motive. This is a good description, but it sounds kind of...
Is this Oceans?
Yep.
Okay. Oceans 11?
Yeah. A paralyzed Marine has his mind linked to an alien body on a distant world.
Avatar. Yeah,
that humans are attempting to colonize, but when he falls in love with a native woman, he must decide where his true loyalties lie.
Yeah.
A guitarist gets a new girlfriend, but before they can live happily ever after, he has to defeat her 7 evil ex-boyfriends.
Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
So, who would your Mount Rushmore of all the characters be?
Mark. Gotta have Mark on there, even though it seems like a lot of people don't like him. Omni-Man, Alan the Alien, and Rex.
I think I'd put Mark, Nolan, I want to put another Viltrumite on there, but like, I don't think Krieg has. We don't think we've like. I would put Krieg, but I just don't think we've actually like seen enough of his character. Conquest is really good. Thrag is good. I'll say Alan,
Okay.
and I also don't want to put another Viltrumite. You know what? I'll throw a Mauler twin up there.
Okay. I'd probably interchange Omni-Man and Conquest, back and forth. I think they're pretty right there for me. Yeah.
You know what? Fourth spot is pretty swappable, but I think Debbie has good content. Like she's a contender.
Okay.
For number 4.
Okay. Yeah. That's yeah. It's a dark horse right there.
Have you watched the Adam Eve special?
No.
I haven't either, but I know I have to. I gotta watch it at some point. I'm surprised that they didn't do one about Rex.
Yeah.
Last season.
Yeah.
Then surprised they didn't do like any of the specials on like the original Guardians characters.
Yeah. Yeah, that would have been interesting.
Or like one special about all of them.
Yeah.
Or like the Immortal.
Are we gonna do another on Heroes?
Yeah. I mean, I guess we kind of did pick all heroes.
Yeah. I mean, Omni-Man is kind of iffy, but the only thing, the Viltrumite powers confuse me because they seem to be
They like regenerate teeth.
invincible.
Yeah.
But they could easily chop each other's heads off with a knife.
Yeah, this is like their strongest.
Yeah. So like it's a little confusing, and I feel like you just kind of have to roll with the punches on that one.
Yeah.
But because like, how can Mark be called invincible and he says he's invincible, but like he can get his guts ripped out?
But he recovers pretty
fast and stuff like that. But also like, Mark has also been beaten up by others that are not Viltrumites and has bled and things like that. So I feel like you're just not supposed to read that much into it.
Yeah.
But like I kind of do. So it's a little weird.
That's a whole nother like issue that a lot of people have is the power scaling of the characters, because like that dragon from like episode 3 or whatever technically could go toe to toe with Viltrumites. Or like those big animals that they were stealing eggs from whenever Mark was like in a coma. A lot of people have issues with the power scaling of everything.
Yeah,
but I don't.
Some of them are kind of weird. Yeah, a lot of, I feel like what is that one movie? Sky High, where they all have like superpowers, and then some of them are really stupid. I feel like that's kind of how it is. Like some people just have really stupid powers, but they're heroes, I guess.
I think the show that does like dumb superpowers really well is The Boys.
Yes.
Like it takes a cool power, and then it's like gives it like something bad, like Web Weaver. That was weird.
That was gross. Yeah.
I am surprised though that they haven't like capitalized on that Mortal Kombat type of game from The Boys.
Yeah.
I would play that.
Yeah. Well,
are you gonna play Invincible versus?
I'm gonna wait until you guys get it and see how it is. Unless there's like some insane.
I don't think there's like a story mode.
No, I think it's supposed to be just like Mortal Kombat. You're just fighting back and forth, or like the old Naruto or Dragon Ball Z games. But I think unless there's like some pre-order perks, like some insane ones that
I know you get some like skins.
I mean, it's only like it comes out in 6 days, so I have been playing the mobile game.
Yeah, I like the mobile game.
The mobile game's fun. It's kind of addicting, and especially like I'll play it while
you made fun of me like 2 weeks ago for playing.
I did. But I kind of like those games because you don't really have to do much.
Who's your lineup? Mine's Mark, Alan, and Conquest. Whichever one I can like level up. One of them will like pass one of the other ones, and then that'll be one of my front ones. But Mark, Alan, sometimes I substitute him out.
Mm-hmm.
Nolan, Eve, and Robot.
Okay, I have Alan, Conquest, Thrag, Eve.
You have Thrag?
I do have Thrag.
I didn't even know that they added Thrag.
Yeah, it's this new one. I can't remember how I got it. I think I got it on the little the recruitment thing.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
He was on there, and I got him, and I was like, ooh.
I think I'm missing 2. Missing
So I have Alan.
I think I'm missing Seance Dog and
oh yeah, I don't have that one either.
Like one more.
Yeah, so I have Alan, Conquest, Thrag, Eve, and Nolan.
What's your highest level?
180. That's Alan.
Mine is Eve and Robot 340.
Jesus.
Yeah.
In my head, I'm like, I can't get these people that high.
Yeah, I'm missing Seance Dog, Machine Head, and Thrag.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's crazy.
Mikey is like way ahead of me.
Oh, really?
Yeah. He's they added a new like common character. Didn't know that.
Who?
They added 2 more actually, like Lizard League members.
Oh yeah. I have. Well, see, it's weird because it says I don't have Black Samson, Rexplode, but I do. And then same thing with who else do I have that I don't? Do you have the blue Invincible?
Mm-hmm. I have all the Invincibles.
Oh.
I think they just have blue and Cape Invincible.
I have Titan, but it says I don't have Titan. I have the Immortal, but it says I don't. So yeah,
that's weird.
Yeah, it is kind of strange, but yeah. So I play it when I put the baby down.
Yeah, I really like the Invincible mobile game.
Yeah,
there's a lot to do in it. Yeah. Except for I don't like the the arena stuff because it always like puts me with people higher than me.
Yeah, that
except for like one every like 20 rolls.
That and I only get like the little things to actually do it every now and then. But when I do, like my rank goes back higher than it was before. So I'm always in the same spot. You know, so I can never go back up. And I'm not spending money on this game. So yeah.
Do you have any more things about Invincible?
No, I'm just excited to see where everything goes.
Do you have any predictions?
No, I have absolutely no idea where we're going to go from here.
I don't either. I wonder if next season they'll bring back the stuff from Hell.
Oh, yeah. That'd be cool.
I don't really know what other like subplots they're going to go with. Because they really didn't continue any this season.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's all I got.
Yeah.
So, you can join us for Friday for movie news. And you can see our other social medias, Letterboxd, Instagram, TikTok, other listening platforms at the top of the description. And the death of any Viltrumite leaves a void in there.